Hey, do you know what time it is? That's right. It's time for Coach Lindy's podcast. The podcast to get you moving. Hi, I'm Lindy Hutchinson, a certified life mastery consultant with the Brave Thinking Institute. As a life coach, I help others transform their life as I have mine. It's not easy, but it is possible, and it most certainly is worth it. Each week, I'll share insights that inform, inspire, and ignite in you your desire to create a life that you love. So let's find out what's going on this week. Welcome to the podcast. It's great to see you again. If I say the word equality to you, what do you think of? What pops into your mind? I always think of money. I always think of being paid, wages. Well, that is an excellent beginning. It's a broad subject, but for example, I looked this up last year, according to last year's statistics. In 2024, for every dollar that a man would make, a woman who does not have color would average 76 to 82 cents for every dollar a man that would make. If you're a black woman, for every dollar that a man made last year, you would have made on the average 63 cents. And you probably were making coffee and watering the plants. And last year, for every dollar that men made, if you are a lady of Latina ethnicity, you made on the average 54 cents. That was last year. Yeah, not good. Not good. Well, this week in our Profiles of Positivity, we feature a woman who did a lot in bringing equality. Her name is Billie Jean King. For those of us of a certain age, we know Billie Jean King's story, and some people have met her and watched her games. She is a tennis legend. And Netflix has a movie. Now, I'm sure there's other platforms you can stream or watch the movie on. Netflix is where I watched it, and there was a 2017 movie called The Battle of the Sexes. And it's based on the 1973 tennis match with Bobby Riggs versus Billie Jean King. It was televised in 1973, if I'm saying all the right words here, to 50 million people in the US and worldwide over 90 million people. Now, thanks to the internet, those aren't very impressive. But if you turn the clock back to 1973, which was 52 years ago, that was pretty spectacular. They didn't have the internet, not as we know it today. And they didn't have home computers, and they didn't have iPhones and all that. So back in the dark ages, this was pretty spectacular. And I would encourage you, if you haven't seen the 2017 movie, The Battle of the Sexes, I would strongly encourage you, especially if you're really not that familiar with Billie Jean King. Now, there's all kinds of movies and books and information. She's a fascinating figure, even if you aren't into tennis. But what she was doing, especially for equal rights and equal pay for women, is not what she set out to do. She loved tennis and she wanted to be a champion, which she achieved very well. But she ended up representing women and the need to be paid. At one point in the movie, they talk about how in the 70s, men were being paid 7 times what women were. And these were professional athletes. So there's definitely a need for change. Now, Billie Jean came out as a lesbian several years ago, and she continued her work as a tennis player, but then she continued opening doors of equality, especially for those in the gay and trans community. So she ended up spending her life, and to my knowledge, as of today, which is in November of 2025, she is alive and well. I'm not sure where she lives now, but people are sometimes thrust into a situation where they have to become especially great, and she was already a great athlete. In fact, it says that she won 39 Grand Slam titles, 12 in singles, 16 in women's doubles, and 11 in mixed doubles. She's a member of the victorious United States team in 7 Federation Cups and 9 Whiteman Cups. I may be mispronouncing that, so forgive me, please. But she has accolades all over the place. She was awarded the Fed Cup Award of Excellence in 2010. She was, in 1975, she was a Person of the Year. She's got a very long list of awards and citations. But it shows how, in some ways, she's just a regular person, and yet she pushed herself to become great for many more people than just herself. It says that she won a total of 129 single titles, and her career prize money was over $2 million. Again, today, that's not very impressive, but you turn the clock back, that's pretty awesome. But Billie Jean, controversial, but at the Battle of the Sexes, which was really a publicity stunt by Bobby Riggs, he really was disgusting. He was kind of funny. You'll have to see the movie. If you're not familiar, the movie's kind of funny. I'm sure the movie isn't exactly historically correct. They always take artistic license with a movie, but the basics are there. And she ended up winning in 1973, the Battle of the Sexes, in today's money, over $729,000, which was unheard of in 1973. So she had, and then too, there was a lot of ridicule and a lot of put downs about women, and it was quite victorious. To me, it's a feel-good movie. So the Battle of the Sexes, the 2017 release, I saw it on Netflix. I would strongly encourage you to see it. Pretty awesome, and it makes you feel good. So this week, our power word is equality, and it's not just for making money, but in every way. And our Train Your Brain thought is that Billie Jean is a champion for equality, and she opened a lot of doors for a lot of people. And if you aren't familiar with her, she's worth learning about her, because it shows how the time may come where we need to rise and be especially great. From our Hey That's Funny file, the legendary George Burns said, "Too bad that all the people who know how to run the country are either driving cabs or cutting hair." Unfortunately, I think George hit the nail on the head, especially now. So, my friend, it was great being with you again. I look forward to seeing you again next week. In the meantime, keep building a life that you love, because you deserve it. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for joining me this week. I look forward to being with you every week. And if you'd like to get in touch with me, please email me at coachlindy@lindyhutchinson.com. My name is spelled L-Y-N-D-I, so it's Coach Lindy, L-Y-N-D-I, at Lindy Hutchinson, LYNDIHUTCHINSON.com. I value what your input is, and I'm always open up for suggestions and ideas. If you will like and or subscribe to this podcast, that would be wonderful. I appreciate it. And I enjoy anything that you might want to send in, or if you would like some more information about coaching, send me an email and I will get back with you, and we'll talk about how you can create your best life. Have a good week. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.